everyone, it's Firecracker. Today we're going to be building a farm for the Java 119 Wild Update, and it's a frog light farm. The Wild Update introduces 3 types of frogs, which can produce 3 colors of frog lights after eating a magma cube. The first thing you do is to locate a basalt delta biome. We are in one right now. To make sure you're in a basalt delta biome, look at your F3 screen. You're going to want to make sure that the area covers the entire spawn platform, which is 31 by 31 blocks. So we're going to decide where the center of our build is going to go. I think it's going to be right here. Make sure you use your F3 screen to find out the exact coordinates for the center because you're going to need it later. The easiest way to determine build height is to either pillar up or use scaffolding. So I'm going to keep putting the scaffolding on here until it tells me that the build limit has been reached. And right there is my height limit. We're going to be placing our build just under the build height limit. So we're going to go up to the top scaffold to place our first block. Now, sure, you could just fly up here using your elytra, but you have to have something to place a block against. And that's why we need to build up that far. And this is as high as we can go. As you can see, I could put one there, but I can't put any more on top of it. This is going to be the layer that's going to prevent the gas from spawning. We're going to have walls that are 4 high, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And under that is going to be where the spawn platform is. So you can see where we're going to be starting to build our spawn platform. Remember that our spawn layer is going to be 31 blocks by 31 blocks. I'm going to keep going along and putting down blocks, but magmas are going to spawn before you get to the end unless you spawn proof them. So I'm going to be putting a layer of glass along the sides. And that way we won't have somebody trying to kill us the entire time we're making this. You can absolutely build this in survival. So we're going to turn the corner and go 30 more blocks from this original one. And spawn proof them. Here's where you're going to take that center coordinate and place a block for us to spawn the iron golem on. All right, I found my center block here, and these are temporary blocks. As you can see from the center of the spawn, we're going to leave a 5 block gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is so when the magma cubes aggro on our little friend here in the center, our iron golem, they're not going to be able to kill him. And I found through trial and error that 5 blocks seems to be good to keep him alive. All right, so I'm going to do this corner of the spawn platform first so you can see what it's going to look like. And then we're just going to take that design and copy it around the 4 corners. It's pretty simple and straightforward. So here we go. First, I fill in the platform. And then I add the clear glass walls. Then on every other block, I put a cyan glass block. This next part is a little difficult to explain, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do it block by block. Basically, what I'm trying to do is create kind of a fancy pattern on the top of this. I apologize to my viewers that are visually impaired. It's almost impossible to describe what I'm doing here. The most simple design would be to just go from a block on one side all the way in a straight line across to the other, skip a block, do another line all the way across to the other side, skip a block, and keep going until you're at the other end of the spawning platform. The rest of these are just going to be straight lines connecting the outer edge to the inner edge. And there it is. That section is entirely completed. I know we didn't have to do them like this, but I thought it looked kind of pretty. And this is to ghast proof. You want to have no larger than 3 by 3 spaces. So we've only got a gap of 3 here. 1, 2, 3. So no ghast should be spawning in there. And I think it looks amazing. All right, let's do the rest of them. If you're doing this in survival, you're going to want to make sure that the magma cubes can't get to you. So I'm going to build some temporary walls here so that I don't get hurt when the magma cubes are spawning. You're going to have to come in and take these down. Or, you can just take your chances, armor up, get a great sword, and get some magma cream while you're doing this. Just be careful not to get knocked over the side. Hopefully they won't be able to get me through there. I'm only going to do that one too high. All right, let's do the rest of them. And as you can see, we've already got some friends spawning here. Hello. All right, I'm going to block this off and do the other 2 sides, the other 2 corners. We're going to have a lot of guys when I'm done with this platform. We've only got 1 section left to go, and then we can spawn in our friend, and things can get going. And we're done with the platform. It's looking great. Look at that. Oh, these guys can't get through. I should have removed that. It's fine. I'll get it when I take the rest of this stuff out. The next thing we're going to do is work on the iron golem here. You can't put him in with a fence on each side, unfortunately. I think you can put it in the corners for sure. And maybe on the front and back. And then we'll do this and we'll hope he doesn't move. I don't know. I don't know if those can be touching him. We'll just be safe rather than sorry. Okay. Hello. And then we want to get him stuck in here. There. He can't move. So for now, we're going to keep all these temporary things in place so that we don't have magma cubes raining on us as we build the rest of this thing. Okay, so now it's time for part 2 of the build. The first thing we're going to do is to make it look pretty. You don't have to make it look pretty. We're going to put some cyan blocks right along the edge of this drop zone. If you want to build the drop zone out of something other than glass, in fact, these walls, everything except for the top ones that are open, you could build them with whatever. Glass is kind of cheap, though, especially if you have villager trading going. But it's up to you. Make it look the way you want to. I always use either this warped wood or the crimson wood in the nether because it is fireproof. So there we go. Okay, and that's going to start the drop chute. All right, I decided to go down a little further. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that should be safe enough for him and give them a little extra room to bounce around. So we're going to go down with cyan concrete in every one of those corners, and the rest of it is going to be glass walls. Darn it, I forgot that the bottom is cyan as well. So as you're filling this in, make sure to put a cyan frame around the bottom. And we're done. That's what it's going to look like. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go 1 block in around here. All right, so this is temporary right there. The next walls are going to start right here. We're just going to go right inside this. And like I said, magma blocks can't jump more than 4 blocks. So we're only going to have to go down 4 blocks. And that bottom ring we're going to make, and the sides, I should start that now so I don't forget. These guys are going to be all cyan down the sides, like we did here, and around the bottom ring. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So go ahead and do this one, and I will see you when you're done. As you can see, I got that row done. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to go in 1. That should have been cyan. Sorry. And then along the edge here. Ah! Oh, it's been a morning. It's been a morning. Concentrate. You got this. Perfect. Okay, and again, we're going to go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Yes, I know this is much easier in creative than it is in survival. Trust me, I've done it. You got this. I believe in you. Okay, this section is a little different, so I'm going to walk you through it. We're going to go down, but we need some room to walk at the bottom here. So we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this bottom layer is going to be cyan, but it's not going to be, we need these edges carved out, okay? So we're just going to make it like that, and then come down with the regular glass. Right, it's not going to be there. This is so we can get around and use this part. This is the XP farm part of it. And come down. And we're just going to fill it in. I'm going to speed it up again. If you have trouble following along, maybe play it at a slower speed. Now, this is where we're going to reach in to kill, so we're going to take out the middle glass in each section. Great. To stop those guys from falling down, we're going to put some chains in and some fence gates, and we're going to line them up along here. When you're outside, you manually open the gates, and you can't reach the corners very well, so we're going to put chains, vertical chains in the corners. So let me just put that. Those are temporary so that we can place the chain vertically. In each corner. Now, this will not stop the tiny magma cubes from falling in, but it'll stop anything else. So the big one and then the medium-sized one. Now, all the rest of these fence gates just go in a line. Ugh, I'm in the way. Ah! You saw nothing. Perfect. So these are closed. That means that you can use this as an XP farm. If they're open, they will drop down to the next level. The next part of this, I think, is easier to build from the bottom up. So at this cyan level here, with the gates, we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Those are temporary blocks. You don't need to put them down there in yellow or anything. You just need to have something to grip onto because we're going to be making the platform right here. So go ahead and get down to this level and then we'll be right back. Remember when I told you to write down the coordinates for your center block? This is why you need it, just to make sure you're all in line. This is where the center of our frog chamber is going to be. Remember I said it was going to be a 3x3? Yep, this is where it's going to go. We're going to have some blocks around the side here so that we can actually put things down. I'm hitting shift like I'm going to fall. Used to playing survival here. Okay, let's get that like that. All right. Put a double chest there. Then we'll put some here, right? And this single chest can go right here. So now we're going to put some hoppers on top where the frogs are going to sit. All the frog lights will go through these hoppers as the frogs spit them out or whatever, however they get them out of themselves. And anybody that gets killed up here, any magma creams, will fall through here and be in your chests as well. Now, you want them pointing in towards the center of the chest clump. On each side, this is going to run up and pick some up from areas up there, right? And so we need to get around there. We're going to expand our little platform here. You should look like this at this point. And then we need a way to move around here. So I'm going to add 3 more blocks on each side. Not that. All right. And then we're going to add cyan around the border to make it look pretty and keep you from falling off. If you feel like you need to add walls, go right ahead. And this is what your completed platform should look like. I did a little preliminary work here. You want to remember that magma cubes can jump 4 blocks high. At this level, we're going to be putting in cyan. This is temporary right there, just so I can get that block. Cyan around the bottom. Taking out the sides so you can walk around easily. Okay. And then we're going to go up 1, 2, 3 on top of that. And then right here, I want to make sure that there's none of the magma blocks can squeeze through. So we're going to put a couple of cyans there. That'll look good. Okay. And then on each side, we're going to build up the hopper train. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should be right at the level of your wall. Oops, not there. And that's what it should look like. We are super close to being done. I'm so excited. As you can see, I've put some temporary yellow blocks in the middle here so that I can not fall down. It's easier to build. So we're going to put cactus here to help us make the magma cubes a little smaller. And there's going to be a hopper here to catch the magma cream. So it's going to be facing into the hopper on top. So we'll put 1 more hopper on each of these and then crouch so that you can have it facing it. See, if you take a look, it's facing into that one. All right. So this is for that. Grab that and that and that. Okay. And right here, we're going to put chains, vertical chains again. And this is going to trap everything that is not the smallest magma cube until it gets killed. Okay. And then, honestly, we don't need this floor anymore. Right? Okay. And then right here is where you're going to need your cactus. I think I have some in my pocket. I do. They're going to be 3 high. Ah. And that should end perfectly right there. All right? All right, time to enclose it, make it look pretty, all that kind of stuff. We're going to use cyan concrete for this. You can't put it right next to cactus because it'll break it. So we're going to come out. You can put it diagonally next to it. And then, so I got to leave a space and I can, oh, that's what happens. I meant to do that. I was just showing you how it was going to work. Behind each of these cactuses, at either or, we are going to go out and up. And then at the diagonals, we're going to go up. And then on top of this hopper, we're going to go up that. Now we're going to put a platform around here so that we can stand and we can do our thing with the magma cubes. So there's going to be one here on all of these. Okay, so as you can see, I've put down the floor. This is what it's going to look like. I do have some extra glass we're going to put on the side so that we don't fall off. But basically, each side looks like this. So we're just going to come out one more here, right? And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oop, nope, I went too far. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then here, here, there, and there. Spectacular! Oh, I can't wait to show you guys how this works. Okay, and now I'm going to put a little bit of panes of glass, cyan. These, we're going to decorate a little bit. So around the bottom, I'm just going to put a layer, or put them like this. We're making it pretty. These are non-functional. You do not need to add them, but I think they look nice. These actually can help you from, give you a bigger platform to land on if you're using elytra. And then we'll walk on here and see if we like how far away we are. You could definitely add more glass if you wanted, or more cyan concrete with carpet if you feel like you need more space. That's why we left these like this, so we could walk under them. But we do want to make sure that they are not spawnable. So this could be made of glass if you wanted to. And then you wouldn't have to bring up the carpeting, right? It was my design choice. So good. I'm just going to put it out there. You might not want to have these. You might want to just, I don't know, do something to keep them from spawning on you. Maybe build it from the bottom up, the entire thing. That would be a thing. So the cool thing about this is I believe that if you find a bastion with a spawner, you could use this bottom part for that. Oh, look at them. They're all down there. Be free. Okay. Look at this. This is amazing. So these are all closed except for, well, some of them were open, right? The middle one was. This is the XP farm right here. All that good XP coming through. But that's not why we're here, right? We're here to see the farm, the frog farm work. I am here by the frog chamber waiting for it to happen. That guy's getting hurt up there. There goes. Oh, look. Here we go. It's working perfectly. Now, we only have the white frogs in here, so we are only getting the pearlescent frog light. I mean, who needs anything but purple in their life anyway, right? So hopefully you guys can use this farm to get all the frog lights that you need. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment. Please leave a like. Subscribe if you're not. I know, shameless promotion. But please come back to the channel and see all the great new stuff I'm developing for the 119 Wild Update. See you there. Firecracker out.